from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Thursday, October 15th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. Hazleton police are investigating a robbery. They say someone forced their way into a home in the 200 block of East Mine Street last night and stole 3 pairs of Jordan sneakers and a PS3 game system. It happened around 10:30 last night. Anyone with information is asked to call Hazleton police. The Luzerne County man who was reported missing on Tuesday has been found dead. 53-year-old Paul Suchik was reported missing on Tuesday by his family. According to the Luzerne County Coroner's Office, his body was found in a wooded area in Edwardsville near Hillside Avenue around 8 p.m. Wednesday night. Suchik was last seen by his family on Sunday at 6 p.m. on Swallow Street in Edwardsville. Police do not believe foul play. An autopsy has not been scheduled. In a story that's over 100 days old, there's still no state budget, and once again, there were talks. Staffers from the 4 House and Senate caucuses met today and Wednesday, and they'll likely meet tomorrow as well. No details have been leaked, which seem to be purposeful this time. Both sides think they can make progress if details aren't leaked to the press. It is known that they're sort of going backwards, first picking a number for total expenditures and filling in the details to get there. Wolf's proposal totaled over $33 billion, while the budget passed by the legislature totaled about $30 billion. When the last round of talks was suspended 2 weeks ago, the sides had narrowed their spending differences to about $600 million, with the Wolf administration at $31.2 billion and GOP leaders at $30.6 billion. Republicans in the General Assembly have agreed to come up with $400 million in news education funding, which Governor Wolf has demanded. It also appears there will be no broad case tax hike, which Wolf has also demanded. Negotiating is a bit tougher since Wolf went on Pittsburgh radio station KDKA this week and said he wouldn't cave, in his words, on his demand for higher taxes. The state has been without a budget since June 30th. A gay marriage license controversy might be on its way to Pennsylvania. In suburban Philadelphia, ordained minister running for Register of Wills in Montgomery County said she won't sign off on same-sex marriage licenses, but won't stop anybody from getting them without her. Pottstown Mayor Sharon Valentine Thomas is the Republican challenger to incumbent Bruce Haynes. He made the headlines by granting same-sex marriage licenses before it was legal in Pennsylvania. Valentine Thomas says her conscience will not allow her to sign such licenses, but also said she will not force my values on others. Instead, if elected, she plans to seek court approval to accommodate her beliefs by having her disputes sign them. Over 1,000 senior citizens were at the Kingston Armory today for the 2015 Expo. Our Julie Stefanovich stopped by and talked to 2 state senators who spearheaded the event.
State Senators John Yudichak and Lisa Baker welcomed senior citizens from throughout the area for the 2015 Luzerne County Senior Expo at the Kingston Armory. The event featured 100 vendors from local, county, and state agencies that provided information about services for seniors. The crowd also received free health screenings, refreshments, and giveaways at the one-stop shop.
Well, this would take 3 or 4 months to try to contact all these agencies by phone or via email. This gives them once FaceTime. Live FaceTime with someone that can help them with a serious issue, whether that's their property taxes, whether that's their prescription drug bills. Here is the way that we can help, and we do it live and in person. All these great state agencies, all these great private nonprofits that provide great services to our seniors, that's here today. We're glad a lot of folks have come out. We have over 1,000 seniors that have come out to the Kingston Armory. Great to be a part of it with my colleague, Senator Baker.
The expo is the culmination of the bipartisan effort of Baker and Yudichak.
Well, and I'm honored to work with my friend and colleague. We show that we can work bipartisanly. We have done that on many, many issues here in the community, whether it was addressing the issues as a result of Kids for Cash, working on gang legislation, you name it, we've worked together. And what people have said, it's great to see the 2 of us here jointly hosting this event in a location that's convenient where seniors and their families can go away with information, and when you're armed with information, you can make good decisions about care, about programs, and about the needs of your loved ones.
senators heard many issues today that are on the minds of seniors, including the current status of the state budget.
The impact, they're paying attention, and they know that the impact, whether it's to human services, whether it's programs that they take advantage of or programs that their children and grandchildren take advantage of, that you can't have 100-plus day budget impasse. Government has to function, government has to work, and what I've heard today is what I'm going to take back to my colleagues. We need to get to the bargaining table, we need to compromise, build consensus, and deliver a budget for the taxpayers of Pennsylvania.
It's been 40 years since a governor has vetoed an entire state budget, and so the difficulty is, my belief moving forward, we need to come to the table and get a resolution sooner rather than later. And I wish we were able to pass the stopgap emergency funding, and unfortunately the governor vetoed that. And so that means we need to regroup and go in earnest, really.
The seniors are also not happy to hear the news about the cost of living raise for Social Security or the lack thereof.
It's devastating for folks that are having a very tight budget, folks that may be only gaining $600-700 a month and trying to find a way to pay their property taxes, pay their health care bills. We need to make sure that these seniors have all the services that they provide, and that's why I'm happy to work with Senator Baker today.
Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thank you, Julie. WYLN is proud to announce that all three Hazleton mayoral candidates have agreed to participate in a live debate this October before the 2015 general election. The debate is between Hazleton Council President Jack Mundy, who's running on the Democrat ticket, Hazleton Council member Jeff Cassatt, who's running on the Republican ticket, and independent political newcomer Scott Cahalan. The debate will take place at the Hazleton One Community Center Wednesday, October 21st at 7 p.m. The debate is open to the first 100 members of the public interested in hearing what the candidates have to say. Doors open at 6 p.m. and will close promptly at 6:45. An after show of political discussion and debate analysis will follow the debate. WYLN's Tiffany Cloud, host of the WYLN's The Storm, will moderate the debate, and the candidates will be asked questions by members of the media, including WYLN's lead reporter, Gary Perna. Again, WYLN will broadcast a live Hazleton mayoral debate Wednesday, October 21st at 7 p.m. WYLN has a pair of tickets to give away to one lucky viewer tonight to the Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling Show entitled For Life, this Saturday, October 17th at Holy Family Academy on North Laurel Street in Hazleton. WWE Hall of Famer Kevin Nash, an American semi-retired professional wrestler and actor currently signed to WWE under their Legends program, will be at this Saturday's show. Bell time is 7 p.m. Tickets are just $10 in advance and $15 at the door. PPW will also be taping for its show here on WYLN High Voltage. For your chance to win, dial 570-459-1869, extension 1172. Leave your name, number, and we'll put your name in the drawing. So if you want these tickets, dial now, and good luck. Time now for a first look at our forecast. Tomorrow is another Football Friday, and what can players and fans expect weather-wise? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik's in the Weather Center with the details. Joe?
Well, we're going to be dealing with some chilly temperatures across our area. Here's a look at the radar. Some precipitation as you head out toward northwestern PA and out in the Ohio Valley region. For our area, it's dry. We'll stay dry through much of the overnight hours. Then a couple of stray showers will lurk their way into our area by the first part of tomorrow morning. But then by the afternoon hours and evening hours, it should start to dry out. Cool start to our morning, upper 30s, lower 40s. If you think that's chilly, we got some colder air to talk about. 57 in New Angola, 62 in Berwick, and 62 in Bloomsburg. We'll have the complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few.
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, details on two big events coming up this weekend in West Hazleton. Plus, you can help light up the night in Freeland next weekend in memory of your loved ones. Find out all the details coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, Weather with Meteorologist Joe Garbachik, Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
There is something new to look for at your local SureSave supermarket. And quite frankly, when it comes to quality and price for your food, it's the best yet. The best yet means hundreds of items packaged at the peak of perfection and priced for the family budget. Look for the best yet label at your locally owned SureSave supermarket. When you see it, be assured of the great taste at a great price whenever you need it. From canned to fresh to frozen for quality products at a better price. The best yet, now at your local Sure Save supermarket.
Do-it-yourself stores may be fine for garden hoses and 2x4s, but appliances? Those guys may know these washers, but Grand Central knows these washers, and ranges, and refrigerators, and more. GE and GE Profile appliances are designed to reflect the modern approach to style, with clean lines and a streamlined look for today's kitchens. So for wood screws and wheelbarrows, go ahead, do it yourself, but for the right appliances at the right price, let Grand Central do it for you.
Family owned and operated, the experienced professionals at Lehigh Tire have served the residents of the greater Hazleton area for over 55 years. From our full line of passenger, light truck, and commercial tires to our automotive services including tune-ups, inspections, oil changes, and alignments.
Every time I've ever done business here, they've been very polite, straightforward, and the job gets done quickly and right.
Find the right tire for the right price today at Lehigh Tire.
This Saturday, the West Hazleton Elementary School, along with its PTA, will be hosting their annual Fall Craft Fair. The fair will take place at the school on North Street in West Hazleton from 9 until 2 p.m. Principal Jocelyn Podlesny spoke with us about the fair and has all the details.
We're going to have a lot of festivities happening here at West Hazleton. What we're going to be doing is having about 25 crafters and vendors here in our cafeteria. And during that time frame, they're going to be selling all of their products and wares. At 11 o'clock, we're going to have our cheerleaders perform in our gym. We're going to have face painting. We're going to have pumpkin decorating. We'd like to put a big shout out and a thank you to Giant Food. You know, the store, donated to our PTA, so this could be possible. Valmont Auto Sales donated, as well as all of our faculty here at West Hazleton donating things so this craft fair could be successful.
Podlesny said there will also be food and drink to purchase along with over 20 tricky trays. Again, the craft fair will be held from 9 until 2 on Saturday the 17th. That's this Saturday at the West Hazleton Elementary Middle School, so stop by. The West Hazleton VFW Post 8253 and Auxiliary will be hosting a Tricky Tray auction this upcoming weekend. The event will feature numerous baskets, including fall and holiday favorites. The proceeds will benefit the VFW and Women's Auxiliary. We spoke with Quartermaster Gene Wolf.
We're having a Tricky Tray auction, the VFW Post and Auxiliary, on Sunday, the 18th of October. And pre-sales are Saturday from 1 to 3, and on Sunday it goes from 11 to 2. Everything will be chanced off at 2 o'clock.
A raffle and refreshments, including homemade treats, will also be available at the auction.
We're going to have food, I think barbecue, if I'm not mistaken, halushki, hot dogs, pierogies, soda, iced tea, baked goods.
The VFW Tricky Tray auction will be held at the West Hazleton Borough Building at 4th and East Cranberry Avenue. Early birds can show up from 1 until 3 p.m. on Saturday. The auction runs from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. this Sunday, October 18th, so be sure to come out and support the great cause. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, time is almost up to purchase lanterns for Freeland's Light Up the Night in memory of loved ones passed on. That and much more, including sports here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
We're here. We're here to fight this. We're here with board-certified oncologists. We're here with access to genetic counseling, clinical trials, and the most advanced treatment options. We're here with the strength of the region's leading health network. And now we're here in Hazleton, the new LVHN Cancer Center. We're here for you.
Republicans, Democrats, and Independents, you're cordially invited to a dessert with the District Attorney, a political rally to support the re-election of Luzerne County District Attorney Stephanie Salabantis, Monday, October 26th from 7 to 9 p.m. at Genetti's Ballrooms, Route 309, Hazel Township.
We're having an open house and you're invited.
At Whitetail Preserve, they pride themselves with giving their guests 5-star service. They're now open for lunch 6 days a week and offer limited delivery service for lunch to businesses in Cunningham, Valmont, and Humboldt Industrial Park. Call them at 570-384-2314.
Well, definitely a cool one across our area today. Cool start to our morning, but we saw sunshine mixed with some clouds, dry conditions today. Some much chilly air to talk about as we head into this weekend. Onto the graphic for the day, and you'll be able to see for yourself that overall wasn't too bad of a day across our area, but chillier than what we've seen in the past. Nothing to show you live. 35 Skycast Doppler continues to remain dry across all of our viewing area, and will stay dry as we head into this evening. 55 degrees are live Lehigh tire conditions outside our television station in Hazleton, and again the winds coming in relatively light across our area. Temperature wise, generally holding in the 50s. We got some 60s out there, cool out there, and temperatures are going to continue to be cooler as we head through the overnight hours. We're still in the 60s, lower 60s in the Wyoming Valley area. A little bit of a breeze coming from the southwest. Satellite radar, we got some rain, some showers as you head out toward northwestern PA, out in the Ohio Valley region. They're going to start to make their way into our area as we progress through the overnight hours, first part of tomorrow morning. May have to deal with a couple of stray showers around, but then we start to dry things out, I think. That is the good news. High school football games, I think, not looking too bad as we head into tomorrow evening and tomorrow night, but it's going to be chilly. You're going to have to definitely bundle up. Bring out the sweatshirts and the jackets. Notice tonight dropping down into the 40s. Tomorrow we're not going to get out of the 50s. Heading into tomorrow night, we're going to be dropping down into the 30s. There you can see some of the early morning low temperatures in the 30s. It's just only a few degrees above freezing for our early Saturday morning, and then it's even going to get colder across our area. Not bad for tomorrow compared to what we're going to see this weekend, because it is going to be very chilly with that dip in the jet stream. Temperatures well below where we should be for this time of year. So as a result, we're going to be looking at frost and some freezing conditions, especially Saturday night and Sunday night. Extended forecast looking like this over the next couple of days. Mix of clouds and sunshine, and it's going to continuously get colder. A shower or two around, especially tomorrow morning. Then it clears out. Look at those temperatures, only in the 40s and 20s as we head into this weekend and going into some of those overnight low temperatures. Kind of chilly this time of year. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers are pick 244 to pick 3382 and to pick 43854. Pick 5 numbers 58332. Treasure hunt numbers 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Stick around. We'll have more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
It always feels good to pull my own part. Saves a lot of money too.
I've never actually pulled it before, but I think it's time.
It's environmentally conscious, and it can be a lot of fun.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer who's up for an adventure, then come out to Harry's You Pull It. Pull your own quality recycled auto parts for up to 90% off the cost of buying new. Savings like that'll keep more money in the bank, which could lead to even greater fun. Harry's You Pull It. WeGotUsed.com.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer, dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
It's called Light Up the Night, and it will be held on October 24th at Delacroix Memorial Field. WYLN's Gary Perna has all the details.
Former Freeland Mayor Tammy Martin will host a Light Up the Night event to remember loved ones that passed away.
It's in conjunction with the dinner dance that I do every year. All the money raised, along with the money from the dinner dance, is going to be donated to local cancer patients.
Martin said the idea came to her one night while sitting outside on her deck.
I guess somebody in our neighborhood was having a picnic or something, and we looked up and we saw the lanterns. They set off lanterns, and I was like, oh, they're really pretty. And the more I sat there, I thought, hey, that's a great fundraising event. You know, if you can get them very inexpensive, you can, you know, keep the price down on it to get more people involved. And, you know, it just took off from there.
Martin said some people were concerned about using the lanterns, but according to her, they are 100% biodegradable.
A lot of them do use the wire in them, and that was one of the big concerns. The ones that we're getting don't have the wire in them. They have a real thick string, so that will burn up eventually. So we're not, you know, hurting the environment in any way. I already got in contact with the fire department. They're going to be on hand for the night in case we need any help, or if, God forbid, something should go wrong, as well as the ambulance. They're going to come down and just make sure everybody stays safe.
Martin said if you would like one, you can call the numbers on your screen or contact them through their Facebook page.
Well, we're trying to get a good count. We will have them available up until that day. I will make sure I order more for those people who, at the last minute, said, you know, I'd like to go do that. If you want to get them and you want them ahead of time, you know, when I looked into getting them, of course, you know, everybody, you go online to see what the pricing is on them. I did a little research on it, and it's a Chinese theory that if you light one of those lanterns and you write a message on it to a past loved one, when you light that, it goes up to heaven and they get your message. So I do have a lot of people who want to write messages on them. I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them in early enough that I will contact the people that wanted them early. They can come and pick them up. They can write whatever they want on them, and they can, you know, bring them with them that night. Or if they're not able to attend the event, I will have volunteers on hand that will light them for them. So you don't have to be there that night, you know, just to get involved.
The event will take place at Delacroix Memorial Field where the Freeland Whippets play. The cost for a lantern is $5, and Martin said they would like to start the program at about 7 p.m. on the 24th. The Whippets will be selling light refreshments the evening of the event. Again, the Light Up the Night event will take place on Saturday, October 24th at 7 p.m.
Thank you, Gary. Coming up next, Eric DeBardinas is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacic will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
Sports on WYLN is sponsored in part by Burger Family Dealerships, Harry's View Pullet, Fairway Chevrolet, Penn State Hazleton, Barber Ford, The Wire Guys, Tri-County Business Machines, Weatherwood Nursing, Hazel Park Quality Meats, John Diana Insurance, Mobility by Steven, Service Electric, Hazleton, S.J. Kowalski Plumbing and Heating, Coordinated Health, Grand Central, and Third Base Luncheonette.
Light them up a night early. High school football in the area for Thursday night lights. 3 local games, including one in the Anthracite League as we preview Week 7 in the league. Panther Valley and Lehighton, a relatively new Thursday night tradition. The 6-0 Indians and 0-6 Panthers not on an equal playing field this year. Lehighton's dominant defense should severely limit Panther Valley. On Friday, Stan DeCoste should finally get that elusive win number 300, with Marion attempting to snap a 3-game losing skid versus Schuylkill Haven, the Colts and Hurricanes fighting for a Class A playoff berth, and positioning Mahanoy and Jim Thorpe a thriller last year, with the Olympians winning in the game's waning moments. The Golden Bears appeared to be a more complete team this season and could threaten Jim Thorpe's unbeaten start. Tamaqua looks to climb above 500, while Shenandoah Valley seeking an unheard-of 3rd win. Bud Moyer finding the end zone nearly 3 times a game for the Blue Raiders, should be able to do so against the Blue Devils. Blue Mountain, a very good team. Minersville, not so much. The Miners averaging just 10 points a game. The Eagles should hold them to less than that. And lastly, the best out-of-conference rivalry, the always passionate North Schuylkill-Mount Carmel game. Each team suffering through a relative down year, each at 3-3, but throw the records out the window when these two teams meet. 2 games tonight in the Wyoming Valley Conference, with Nanticoke visiting Myers and Lake Lehman hosting Northwest. We'll have highlights from those games tonight on Late Edition. Penn State, known as Linebacker U, but developing a reputation as Lineman U. Today, defensive tackle Austin Johnson and defensive end Carl Nassib were added to the Bednarik Award watch list, joining D tackle Anthony Zettel on the list of potential players to receive the honor given to the nation's top defensive lineman. Johnson has 36 tackles on the season, 7.5 going for a loss, 3.5 sacks, and a long fumble return touchdown. Nassib leads the FBS in sacks with 10 and forced fumbles with 5. The Nittany Lions look to thwart an Ohio State offense this Saturday night in prime time in Columbus. NLDS Game 5, the equivalent of other series and leagues Game 7. The Mets missed an opportunity to close out the Dodgers at home in Game 4, but manager Terry Collins believes his squad has the right mindset heading into tonight's elimination game.
We're pretty positive still. You know, our guys are upbeat. You know, nobody wants to fly all the way across the country for one game, but I think that you know, we're as excited as we were the other night. Obviously, the first game was really impactful. Now we know this is really a huge game for us, and like I said, you know, you talked to the guys today in the clubhouse before we left, and they're excited.
Jacob deGrom on the hill for the Mets. He'll oppose Zach Greinke for the Dodgers, set for an 8 o'clock first pitch. Joe Madden and the Cubs await the winner in the NLCS. Stay tuned. Coming up, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN, 1057 East 10th Street, Hazleton, PA, during normal business hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcasted television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional airtimes. Only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Join us this week on Women Today. Attorney Stephen Seach will be joining us from the Seach Law Firm. He's going to talk to you about things you need to know about the law during life's transitions. We'll have another great wine from Simply Homebrew. Kathy's getting us ready with some great fall fare. We've got not one but 2 giveaways and a fantastic Woman on the Move. You want to join us for this one. It's coming up this week on Women Today.
Well, we got a couple of showers as you head toward northwestern PA, but that pretty much is about it. The rest of our area has been relatively dry. We're going to have to maybe experience a couple of those stray showers later tonight and early tomorrow morning, and that's about it. You think those temperatures are cool now? Well, wait until we head into this upcoming weekend as some very chilly air makes its way into our area. But as we end our work week, it'll end it on a relatively seasonable note across our area. And then by the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, that's when that colder weather starts coming back into play across our area. It could be the coldest and will be the coldest so far of the season. How cold, you might ask? There's a look at the extended forecast, and we're only looking at 40s for daytime high temperatures as we go into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and we got 20s as we head into the night.
So some umbrellas for fans, maybe, or
tomorrow night? Probably not.
Probably not.
No, looks like that.
Thank you.
You're well, very well.
Once for the first time.
So you have another week
in a month, maybe.
You have another week to get that poncho.
But it's going to be the coldest probably since what, March?
It's been a while. That's right. Dress warm.
Will do.
Sounds good. Have a good night, everybody.